everybody, company Collectibles, and today we're going to be looking at the InArt 1/6 scale Aragorn from the Fellowship of the Ring. Now, awesomeness! We have Lord of the Rings figures that actually don't suck. Congratulations, InArt. I don't see why Hot Toys hasn't been able to attain the licensing for them. But hey, nonetheless, this is the first InArt unboxing experience I've had. And I have to say, this is more of a really... It was a highlighted experience for 1/6 scale. Let's point out that for me, at the least. I know we got bigger statues and stuff that's way more premium and high end, but experience-wise, this has to be one of the best unboxings I think I've had in a while, since I think like the Green Wolf Gear, Galactac, Urban Raider, and Desert Raider. Those were pretty awesome. But let's move him to the side. Obviously, you guys want to see him, but we're going to take a look at the box first. So here's the box. It's wrapped in this green film and really tight. Sorry for any glare, but hey, look at this box. And then look at this little spinny thing, you know? It's really premium. As you can see, the embossed lettering is nicely done in the sheen gold. Lord of the Rings, of course, so gold. Very nice cloth box. It's like a cloth, I don't know, it's texture. It's just so nice. Lord of the Rings here at the side, InArt at the top, and then you have Aragorn, InArt 1/6 collectible figure, Lord of the Rings. There is a shipper box, which their shipper boxes are just a gray, you know, basic box. But man, this one, Aragorn up here, InArt figure 1/6 collectible premium edition. Now this is the rooted version, obviously, but hey, look at this. It opens up, and then all your stuff falls out. Before I close it up, I want to show you, and I go handheld now, so I want to show you. This is the shards of Narsil in this box. Now, isn't this cool? You actually get the shards. Now, I'm not sure if this one's metal. Yeah, that might be metal. That's metal, all right. And then you have his little tobacco pipe, which, I mean, it is what it is, tobacco pipe. Not going to use it. As you can see, there's a little tuft of tobacco in there. That's crazy. Anyway, and then here we have his cloak that in which he used in the Fellowship of the Ring when he's sitting looking all fancy. And as you can see right here is the brooch of the Fellowship in metal. That's made in metal, you know, that's extremely well done. Now, I'm going to have to lay this down somehow. So, now upon opening the box, sorry if I'm kind of getting all wonky. I'm trying to use one hand and be productive. So the box wrapping, obviously it comes in this little cylindrical case here. We've seen that before with other InArt figures that they have. Really nice packing. As you can see, the foam, multiple layers, very nicely done. And it's so premium for $420, I think it was, that you just get this little ticket and a booklet, a letter explaining the figure. The instruction booklet alone is miles beyond Hot Toys' instructions. So this is when you open it, you get that little introduction to the slip and whatnot right there. The packaging and the presentation is miles ahead of Hot Toys. Now, to this figure. We're gonna go shift this guy over here. And this figure is just something else. Let's go over the head sculpt right now. You know, there was some talk around the head sculpt. Even I myself saw it in in-hand pictures with other people, and I didn't like it. I don't know what it was. It made him look like a Neanderthal. It looked like something else. But when you look at it and you give him a nice Aragorn pose, like something like he's being very humble on something, even though he's got the extremely bruised hands. Look, that's just simply amazing, the amount of bruising and paint app that's gone into his hands. And then his king's ring, which I got the actual ring here. So here is that. Where are you? Oh, there it is. That's the actual ring right there below Berserker. But when you look at the detail of the head sculpt, my oh my, Hot Toys, you dropped it. You let InArt have it. So for some reason, a lot of pictures, maybe it's mine. I don't know. You never know what tweaks differently and makes things look different. But this one is absolutely killer. Like, this is spot on. This really looks good. When you look at it through what I'm seeing, like, that's Viggo Mortensen or Aragorn. That's insane. It looks like looking through my viewfinder right now. I'm looking at him. And the eyes, let's see if we can get the eyes. I think this is as far as I can go. Whoa. The eyes. I mean, isn't that him? The eyes look almost glass. I can't really tell, like I'm blind. I need glasses myself. But really, if I put him under a magnifying glass, it looks like it's glass and very dimensional. Of course, rolling eyeballs. But I just have to say, like, that is really, really good. Even the rooted hair came very nicely. Now it's very, very stiff, the hair, because they put product in it. And I respect that because, you know, not too many people are going to grab this thing right out of the box and know how to style it. So that is amazing. I think this is a very good likeness to Viggo's Aragorn. The paint apps is, I mean, it is very similar to per se the Hot Toys as far as paint apps. Like, I'm not gonna say like one or the other is better. Okay, maybe InArt's a bit better, but like, you know, paint apps and Hot Toys get a little bit washed when it comes out of production. This one, it looks like they didn't miss the ball on it. Especially this bloodied hand, which is bruised from all the fighting and battling throughout the whole movie, which I had to have. And then his gloved hand, which has this is Boromir's Vanguards over here with the Gondorian tree and Gondor design. Looks extremely, extremely detailed. As you can see, this is pleather. I'm pretty sure of it, that this is all pleather right here. But you do not get the cheapness factor out of it. Now, you have to wrap his belt and everything and put the things on, and like it's a fun experience, trust me. You have to loop it just like Aragorn would. That looks like a real scaled belt. Honestly, it really does. It looks like a real scaled belt. And it's insane. Oh, what's that? The glimmer? That's Arwen's brooch, which is turned around. Let me try to turn it back around. Sucks that's turned around. Come on, Ari. There it is. Okay. So let's get that close up now. Arwen's brooch. The Elven Wonder. That's insane. That thin necklace. Arwen's brooch made out of metal. Made out of metal. And very beautifully done and crafted. Just want to grab focus on it. Come on. It's really tiny. Like, it's very tiny. It's very hard to pick up on camera. But look at the craftsmanship as far as the pleather goes. It looks like real leather. There's those van braces. I think they call it van braces, not vanguards. Van brace, vanguards, wrist armor, forearm armor. Van braces, I think, is the correct term. Very nicely done and stamped into it. Paint is very fine as far as the silver. Very fine linings. You get all kinds of details throughout. I mean, when you just zoom out and look at this guy like that, it's simply amazing. Like that's something. So going on throughout, his jacket is worn and tattered. What looks to be leather jacket is very, very up to scale. Here, as you can see the inside lining. I'm guessing this was a leather jacket in the movie. I'm not too sure, but it looks like a very old, very worn out jacket that he was using. And of course, the scabbard for his sword and a little dagger that goes inside of the scabbard. Nicely greened and looks just like a leather scabbard. Now, the belt details is, like I said, very nice. I don't think I've zoomed this much on a Hot Toys. Very nicely done. Extremely small threading to scale the tie knots and all that stuff. Very nicely also. You have the little tattered dress right here. And I love the material it feels. It's very, very as if it was worn itself. And then the boots. The boots are looking mighty fine also. Very nicely done on just everything. Now your swords, your daggers, everything is metal. As you can see here, from top over here to bottom, that's his other sword that maybe I can pull out. Look at that. And let's lay that right there. Maybe you can get a little angle on it. Be very careful. These are sharp. They are made out of metal. Look at the Elvish scripture on that. Very nicely done. Like, look at the Elvish scripture. Very nicely done. I'm sure this has a name for this blade. Look at that. Extremely nicely done. And that is definitely metal. So we'll go ahead and put this right here at his feet. And at his feet are, well, you're probably wondering how he's standing. InArt does this magnificent thing called magnets. They put at the bottom of his feet, and at the bottom you can adjust from side to side and up and down depending on the pose. Very nicely done. And then we work our way down to the base, which, as you can see, I didn't expect this dioramic feel to it. It has little tufts of grass like that throughout the base, as you can see, even in the middle. And then Aragorn. And then this is very reminiscent of the Fellowship of the Ring towards the end of the movie when they're helping Frodo escape. And Lurtz and Boromir fighting, Legolas, Gimli. Very reminiscent of that. Absolutely love the base, the whole thing. Let's turn him around. He also has this like camping knapsack thing that you can wrap all the way around him, which I didn't use. It's just this thing. I don't know. I don't think it's worthy to be posed and covering up all that detail, but look at that long, beautiful hair. That is absolutely beautiful. Tailoring is awesome. Stitching and everything is just very, very, very tiny, as you can see here. Extremely tiny and scaled correctly. I just absolutely love the scale. So you can see his undercoat right there. And you also have, so what is his, I think that's his little nappy sack. I don't know what the other one is, but it also comes with arrows that you can individually put in an arrow, a bow right here. And it comes with, I forgot, that's in the box. It comes with a full length bow that's actually with string and drawstring. So you can have him using it. So I can't wait for Legolas. Absolutely cannot wait for Legolas. So here you have towards the back. Here's the sheath or quiver, what they call for the bows or arrows. This is very nicely done. sculpted and very nicely done. As you can see, something gold. Oh, that's the little scabbard for his dagger. Very nicely done. Even from the back is like looking at that dude, like a dude's head. It's really insane. From the back, like this is so proportioned well. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my Hot Toys and all. Like stuff like that, but I've never seen this detail, this kind of detail in a 6-scale figure, ever. Like, put this up next to a Hot Toys, right? And you're just like, if that ain't Viggo Mortensen's Aragorn, bro, like, how do you not? I'm just very taken back, like, how in hand this looks like a miniature Aragorn. Like, I was going to buy the Infinity Studios half-scale Aragorn until I saw this, or got this. And I'm like, why? This really fixes my need. Like, this really fixes that. So, all in all, for $420, this guy is worth it all the way. He is just detail upon detail. And you really get your money's worth. As far as box, packing, all that kind of stuff. Look at that. Everything's worth it to me on this. It's absolutely stunning to see what they can do with these things, I swear. And for $420, rooted hair, something that some people charge with custom paint job and rooted hair just for a head sculpt alone. $3,000 for some of the real professionally painted. And I'm talking nice like this. And you'll be paying upwards of $3,000 for a head sculpt. 1/6 scale. Which is crazy. Blows me out of my mind. I know custom work is something else, but when I can get that for $4,000, a whole literally dude, and then you're charging me $3,000, somebody's mortgage for a head sculpt? No. And I appreciate the work InArt is putting in here and putting out. Let's get more of these. Let's get Gimli. Let's get Legolas. Now, I didn't get the Gandalf the Grey, but I do plan on getting Gandalf the White. Because he will come out. It's inevitable. It's inevitable he'll come out. It's just a matter of time. So this, I think Gandalf, and then this. I'm sure they teased more. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they did the Nazgul. But this is amazing. This figure gets a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. I appreciate the presentation. That to me means a lot. The paint apps, the appreciation to detail, referencing just paint, styling, their execution, finish and fit and finish is amazing. As you can see on the boots here, fit and finish is amazing. And one thing I really, really, really love, you pull this out, his hand, and it's a magnet. Why that? It's a magnet, you know. You no more ripping out ball pegs and breaking them into the sockets. You got a magnet now. And it makes me want to really sell off some of these. Because when you look at those and you're like, man, that's just so superior. But that's what happened when I sold off them, bought statues and superior. Yeah, I'm not going to sell any of them. I love Hot Toys anyways. But if I had a choice, I'm really going to go look up more InArt figures just to buy. Because I really want... The Paul Atreides ones looks sick, but I do not care about that guy. Lord of the Rings, glad they're going down this line because I don't have to spend money on like $3,000-$4,000 statues. Because this, to me, is way more value because of the pliability you're able to put into it. You're able to pose, make your own out of it. But damn the details. Like, look at the details, buddy. That is something else. Metal swords, you're talking, you know, no crotch grabbers, magnetic base, leathery goods, not real leather, pleather, of course, but, you know, everything's up to scale. And then to top it all off, a freaking photorealistic head sculpt. And I did not futz with the hair at all. I just like ripped it out of the little thing and then put it on his neck peg. And eyeballs, I really want to know if it's glass or it's just painted. I'm pretty sure it's painted or whatever it is, but they really look like they're glass. So, hope you enjoyed what you saw here in Easy Company Collectibles. I really enjoyed this figure. It's something crazy, dude. Like, I absolutely love it. It's going to stay in the collection for a while, at least. Perfect 10 out of 10. Good job, InArt. Very proud of you. Goodbye, guys. Until next time. Hopefully we'll get that Legolas or Gimli next. I think they have them teased. We'll see.